Forests occupy only 5% of the entire territory of Kazakhstan. This is due to the characteristics of climatic zones. Kazakhstan today is developing a green economy, and by 2030, it plans to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 15%. Our government protects the forest and tries to increase their area. The beautiful birch grove where we find ourselves today is also protected by the state. It's located in the city of Almaty. Couples and families come here to have cozy picnics in the shade of these magnificent trees. Hello, this is Taste Kazakhstan, and I'm its host, Aygiri Musagazhinova. I will introduce you to the history of our country through national cuisine. Today we will prepare a very healthy dish from offal. When Kazakhs slaughtered cattle, they used up all the meat, even the entrails. Today we will prepare the dish called Zhorgem. Chiefly, Zhorgem was prepared in the autumn or spring. The quality and taste of the Zhorgem dish depended on the proper processing of offal. The offal processing consists of two main stages. The first stage is a high-temperature treatment, and the second stage involves soaking the offal in any fermented milk product. It can be kumis, ayran, whey, or shubat. Today I will use homemade ayran, which is a cold, savory, yogurt-based beverage. I'll start the first stage. You absolutely must use boiling water. Before this, you need to wash the offal in cold water thoroughly. Kazakh elder women recommended eating offal and keeping this dish in the diet. You need to leave the offal in boiled water for a while. And the product is already half ready. Next, you need to drain the water and pour ayran right after that. The offal needs to sit there for around 10 to 15 minutes. This way, the fermented milk product will completely neutralize all unnecessary smells. And now, we will proceed to the most crucial moment in preparing this dish. I remember from my childhood, when my mother prepared this dish, I always sat down next to her and made zhorgem with her. We processed the offal in ayran, now it's ready to be woven. The intestines were woven so that it would be convenient to eat them. This is how we got these different interesting shapes. If you prepare this dish correctly, it's very tasty and, most importantly, very good for your health. We're making it now. Offal holds a special place in Kazakh cuisine. There was a whole series of dishes that were prepared from stomachs. For example, burme, qimay, Hanqarın. There is a very interesting dish called Qazalqa. Qazalqa is typical for the southern region of Kazakhstan. Qazalqa means a maiden's necklace and is made from offal. The Kazakhs used intestines for this dish. The large colon was stuffed with any kind of meat, like horse meat or lamb. A girl would make this dish before her marriage. Depending on how skillfully she would process these intestines and how deliciously she would cook the dish, the women judged the girl's readiness for marriage. Our Zhorgem is ready. We can divide it into several parts. And add some salt. You can even add pepper at the beginning. Perhaps each of you remembers from your childhood when older women used various seasonings in cooking. Seasoning in Kazakh is damdiush. This is the word you might have heard them say. The women used all available herbs, and they would always give a certain aroma and taste to a dish. Later, when we become adults and try a dish from our childhood, this taste always reminds us of our home. There is a stereotype that nomads never used herbs, seasonings, various roots, and berries. All this is, of course, a myth. There are a lot of dishes in Kazakh cuisine that use seasoning. It all depended on the geographical location of a particular region. We have prepared our offal. It doesn't have any smell. Now we will cook it. The water has boiled. While Zhorgem is cooking, we will prepare one of the traditional bread types, which is quick to make. This is shibarsak. Every housewife is sure to always have ready-made dough in her house. Why is the dish called shibarsak? Barsak is pieces of fried dough. Shibarsak is a small version of them. These barsaks were whipped up very quickly and were like a side dish to the main course. Barsaks could be sweet or bland. The Kazakhs made a lot of them, for the future, just in case. The barsaks could be stored for a very long time. When preparing shibarsak, housewives never use sharp objects. They never cut the dough with a knife. They only used hands. Which is why they got barsaks of different, chaotic forms. When frying baursaks, we use melted coal fat and sunflower oil. In 50-50 proportion. Before frying baursaks, be sure to check if the oil is well heated. If the oil does not heat up well, the baursaks may turn out to be baked on the outside but raw on the inside. This is how we check. If the dough floats, then the oil is hot enough. See, like we have here. Don't forget to stir them so that they're well baked. Each region of Kazakhstan prepares baursaks differently. There are such varieties as tuye baursak, shay baursak, qiyg'ish baursak. They differ in shape and taste. They can be sweet, they can be sour, and each housewife has her own specific recipe. But she baursaks were always supposed to be cooked fast. They are a favorite delicacy of children. Under no circumstances should the dough be overcooked. When it becomes golden brown like this, you need to take it out of the oil. The Zhorgem dish is ready. We must thoroughly boil the intestines for 30 minutes to an hour. Since it's an offal, careful cooking is required. And then, in order to finish the dish, you need to fry Zhorgem a little in melted butter. Melted butter gives this dish a certain aroma and taste. Let's add a little salt, pepper, and seasoning. And we get as a result this healthy and tasty dish. We recommend serving a dish prepared from offal, including Zhorgem, with any fermented milk drink. Bon appétit! To tell the truth, I'm a little sorry that I can't share the prepared dish with you, my dear viewers. I'm sure you would appreciate it. This is a taste of the steppe freedom, the courage of nomads, and warm Kazakh hospitality. But still, I'm sure you will have a chance to taste it. Welcome to our tasty Kazakhstan.